How do men drink alcohol in an unconscious, feminine way?
Okay, thank you. All right. So, as you may know, alcohol is a feminizing influence. You slur your speech, you're kind of loose in the body, etc. So it kind of artificially makes you feminized. But how I see it is you give your willpower over to an entity, the alcohol entity. And what it gains from you is your shame, your guilt, your anger, but you're willing to prostitute these energies to the alcohol entity because you don't trust yourself. The only reason why a man would drink in this manner in order to kind of like lose consciousness essentially and give his consciousness over to an entity is he doesn't trust himself to begin with. So his masculine is already bad. Therefore, he probably feels overly anxious in his day-to-day life. That anxiety, he needs to have, in quotation marks, a release from it by drinking the alcohol. But that's not truly a release from it. But what he's doing is he's making himself artificially feminine by giving the masculine task over to the entity. So it's almost like he trusts the entity as a masculine figure more than he trusts himself. So someone who does not need to drink alcohol and like abuse alcohol and abuse their body in the way of prostituting its energy to the alcohol entity is someone who's very, very masculine. If you're really, really masculine, you do trust yourself. And your masculine is way better than an entity's masculine because the entity's masculine is there to rape you, is there to just steal your energy. And as you know, like severe alcohol use over time will like rob you of your life force energy. This is very obvious. And it will also rob you of your faculties because you've given your willpower over to the entity too often. So now you're not in charge of your own faculties anymore. So it's very obvious that if you are truly masculine, you are a better masculine for yourself than an entity would be, because an entity is there just to rape you and steal your life force energy and steal your willpower and actually convert your energy into something else, which I don't have to fully go into right now. And when you're that masculine, you are relaxed. You don't feel fear. You are not anxious. And your actual feminine trusts you and doesn't need to have this like fake overlay in order to pretend to be. So, for example, I knew someone who at some point wanted to do like inner child work, but they were kind of going about it in a way that wasn't so effective. They would ask themselves at the grocery store, "Okay, inner child, what do you want to buy today?" And the inner child always wanted cookies or candies or something like that. So they kept buying themselves cookies and candies. Is this inner child work? Right. I would say it's not. It's you're attempting to, but it's actually not inner child work. True inner child work means that you're attuned to your inner child at all times and you attend to your inner child's needs so that you feel safe at all times and you will make adjustments. You'll make adjustments to your environment, even if that means sitting on another seat on the bus to feel more safe for whatever reason. That's inner child work, actually. Treating yourself to treats all the time is not inner child work. Similarly, drinking alcohol to like let loose is not being in your feminine. So a truly masculine person, their feminine feels safe with themselves and not a different kind of entity being masculine. And therefore, like your feminine feels good with you. And alcohol or the effects of alcohol actually might feel bad to you. I mean, I don't want to paint a wide swath with a brush or something like that because I know certain alcohols can have medicinal use and cultural use, et cetera. I don't want to go into that. But the kind of abuse of alcohol where you're giving your mind over to an entity, essentially. This is fake trying to feed your feminine. Um, do you have any questions or comments?
No, that really resonates because in real life, I feel when I'm in fight or flight mode, which is quite a lot that I can't make good decisions for myself. And so trying to be more relaxed seems important. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your question. What you're saying reminds me of like if there are two men in a fight, the wuss will feel more anxious. And the man who stands in his power, right? It doesn't matter how the fight goes down, like he has integrity with himself. And I actually know a fair number of men who are afraid to fight. You know what I mean? Okay, all right. That's where I'll end that. Thank you for your question. Bye.